What is going on, Disney fans, and welcome back to another video with your host, as always, K-Mac Time, your one-stop shop for all things Disney, cartoons, video games, and all things nerdy. Thanks again for watching. If you guys could all do me a huge favor by smashing that like button and being subscribed for more Disney goodness, it'd be greatly appreciated. But let's jump right into today's huge news, and that is the trailer for Frozen 2 finally dropped. And I want to break this down a little bit here, have a couple of theories I want to throw in there, and my thoughts on all of this. So let's just jump right into it. The trailer starts when we see Elsa on a stormy beach trying to use her powers to run on water. She ends up falling in the ocean, but she picks herself up, takes off her coat, pulls up her hair, and tries again. And I love this determination of her. It's just a really strong feeling here. I like this a lot. And the animation, again, is stunning, as you would expect from a movie like this. And the scene with the pebbles on the beach, they look so real and just amazing. And the water animation is done perfectly. And I also love how her footsteps, them freezing and her running on the water, syncs up perfectly with the music. It's such a great and amazing touch. I love things like this, and it gets more and more intense as she goes to dive through a wave. It's so really well done. I love that. Now she tries a few more times, and we see her using her full force of her powers. The scene ends with her taking another fall of a giant wave, and we don't really know for sure what she's doing on this beach or why she's doing this, but I think it could have something to do with her parents' storyline of them disappearing, their ship sinking in the previous movie. Just the way the scene looks very similar with this dark lighting and stormy waving crashing kind of reminds you, reminiscent of the way that we saw her parents' ship sink in that giant wave and that giant storm. And I think that we're going to have her looking for answers about what happened to her parents, and there could be more to that story that we don't yet know, but I'll circle back to my thoughts on that in just a second. After this scene, we don't see a whole lot else. It's pretty quick here. We see some characters riding reindeer. We see Anna surrounded by ice shards. We also see Anna running through with some dark, shadowy path and taking a giant leap, it appears, like, as if she's being chased by something. She's jumping across a gap to get away from them, maybe, which is something to think about and could be pretty interesting. But I think the most important scene and takeaway to this is when we see Elsa surrounded by what appears to be magical fire, and then we also see them discover this giant fall-time forest. It's such a great, beautiful animation. I love the colors in this. We see the leaves in this be a big theme. So the colors of this, the reds, the yellows, and stuff like that are going to be absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to see that. But my biggest takeaway from this is that we're for sure, guys, for sure, I'm booking this down as almost guaranteed, that we're going to be seeing more magically gifted children. The way that the circle of fire surrounds Elsa is almost like a heart shape. It just makes it so perfect. And then we see this scene where we see a guy get picked up by the wind and tosses him through the air. I'm willing to bet almost anything that they're going to be doing elemental or even season-based themes here in this movie. So it could be like wind, water, fire, ice, or maybe summer, fall, winter, and spring. They're the seasons or the elements here, and each one will have a corresponding power that goes along with it, kind of like Avatar in a way, The Last Airbender, a very kind of similar feel to that. And I bet we'll eventually get an explanation behind these powers and behind Elsa's powers as well. So my takeaway from this short trailer is we can sort of piece together a few possible plot lines about the journey to discover what happened to their parents, and then discovering other magical children who can control other elements like fire, wind, and water. And I've even heard others talking about and seeing things on Reddit about how it could be possible that we uncover the true story that what happened to their parents, and that the villains in this movie somehow use their ability to control the wind, water, and things like that to create the giant storm that sunk their parents' ship, meaning it was a murder plot from the very beginning. And that would be freaking insane, mind-blowing, and I'm sure it would be an emotional moment in the movie if they found that out, and then they have to take on that villain, obviously. But man, there's so many possibilities here. I cannot wait to see what they do with them. I mean, just opening your eyes to so many different directions they could take this, and so many great things. On top of course, there's going to be amazing music. There's going to be a song that's going to be stuck in your head for the next 5 years, 100% guaranteed on that. I cannot wait to see what they have in terms of music as well. But yeah, that's my theory on what's going on in this movie. I think they're going to be looking for their parents, looking for answers. They're going to find some deep deep, dark secrets about what happened to them, their demise. Maybe they'll still be alive. I'm not sure what they're going to be doing with the whole, the fan theory about them surviving and then birthing Tarzan and then that being their brother. I'm not sure how they're going to go about that. Obviously, they could go that way. I don't think they will, personally. I think that they'll have them be dead. I think that they'll probably explain what happened to their ship being, like I said, being controlled, the weather being controlled by the water and wind elements, and them purposely being sunk and murdered out there. And then now in this movie they'll have to take on those people that did that to their parents, and then they'll have probably some cool things to do with that. Probably have some new friends with new elemental powers to go along with them, and it's gonna be an epic elemental battle, much like I said, much like Avatar. So I love that show as well, so that's gonna be really cool. Anyway, this is all obviously just speculation. There's nothing behind this. This is all just pure speculation as of now. But it has got me excited for this movie. I mean, how freaking crazy would that plot line be? It would be out of this world. And I'm sure they could even come up with one that's even better. That was just off the cuff. A couple Reddit theories I read, a couple things I kind of pieced together myself. They've obviously had years to put this together, and they could probably do an amazing job of coming up with this full circle plot line, tying all these things together, coming up with these cool theories that tie together, and I cannot freaking wait, guys. November cannot come soon enough. I'm so pumped. I cannot wait to see this. Hopefully you guys are as well. But anyway, that's just what I thought and what I have for today's video. That's all I have. Let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments down below. Do you guys think there's going to do elemental things? You guys think we're going to see what the story of her back, story about her parents, things like that? Love to hear your thoughts, concerns down in the comments down below. Also, like I said, make sure you guys are smashing that like button and subscribing for more Disney and Frozen content in your sub boxes daily. But until next time, guys, remember that it's always K-Mac time somewhere. Until then, take it easy, guys, and peace out.
Jump right in.
When in jump.